have decided to head for a lake in El Salvador, or that's kind of a tentative plan. It's only 4 hours away, but we're not sure how long the border is going to take.
Cualquier frontera. Sí, directo al Valle Nuevo. Directo al Valle Nuevo. Aquí al Valle Nuevo.
So we've run into a little bit of a traffic jam here, and what we've learned is that there is some kind of protest in front of us that's closed the road, and they're saying not to go up there because it's dangerous. We're trying to figure out a way around it to see if we can continue on our route. What did you find out, Cal?
They're saying the south border doesn't have any issues.
South?
That's really a different plan, but...
South border it is. We've made it down to the southern border, if we can find the border somewhere in front of us. And it wasn't too terrible long of a drive. It was beautiful, but hopefully we'll get across this one. We were trying to avoid it a little bit because Callie had read that it was a lot busier with 18-wheelers trying to get through, and the one that we were going to didn't really have that kind of traffic at it. So we'll just kind of see what this one has in store for us. Hopefully it's not too long of a process. We'll get across it here in no time. This is the exit for Guatemala. So Callie is working on getting some paperwork stamped, and hopefully that'll get squared away and then continue down the road, which is where I guess the actual border is.
So we just officially got the go-ahead to leave El Salvador. We had to first go to migration and get exit stamps, learn that one over in Mexico, and then we had to go to basically like the vehicle customs and get a stamp on our permits that we're leaving with the vehicles. So if I understand it correctly, when we come back we'll get another stamp that we entered again, and then when we leave for the final time we'll cancel it. That's what I'm hoping anyways, but that process just took 1 hour and 15 minutes. That took longer, and they needed more documents than when we entered, so it was kind of interesting. But now we're gonna go try and get into El Salvador.
Until someone tells us to stop. And if they tell us to stop, we'll stop. They don't seem to mind. Are we in El Salvador? Well, that was the border crossing. So Callie now is going to that building. They took our temperature. She's gonna run into that building and fill out some more paperwork. Or that's what we think, at least. All said and done, this was almost 3 hours for Callie. I've just been hanging out in the shade, enjoying the nice breeze. Callie has been sweating her ass off between different offices, getting stamps and all the paperwork done.
Pretty exhausted, to be honest with you. It's a lot of work, and you're just sitting there hoping that you have everything that you need the entire time.
And now we're questioning something about Mexico, about something that we didn't get. We don't know if we need it, but we needed it leaving Guatemala. So now Callie's like, well, was I supposed to do that for Mexico? So
a little nervous about that.
Yeah, we're kind of wondering what's going on there. But we're gonna get on the road here. Now that we're south, we don't know if we're gonna go to that lake that's north of us, or just stay on the coast and try to find something down there. But I think we're gonna maybe see about finding something to eat. If we can't find anything, just get on the road. And the road's gonna split, and at that point we're gonna have to make a decision if we're going to the lake or staying on the coast.
We'll see how hot we are at that.
That is what we're after. Well, they didn't have any pupusas. We're not even sure what they are. Callie's wondering if maybe it's more of a breakfast thing. They won't have them till tomorrow. We just were told that we need to try them at some point. But we got a couple bags of this. Not 100% sure what it is. And Callie's coming back with chocolate covered bananas. We saw someone eating one and this girl took her to the stand of who's selling them. And they look good. Holy smokes. The chocolate covered banana was definitely the clear winner on that stop. The other stuff was good, had some interesting spices mixed in, but I'm gonna probably always choose the chocolate over anything else. We were just cruising along the shores of the lake, which is right behind me, behind this building. It's maybe 100 feet away is the shore. You can kind of see on the GPS where we were just coming down this shore here. And we knew that there was a hostel somewhere here from looking online and looking at booking.com because it's on it. So we were like, well, we'll just drive down the road and see if we can come across it, which we did. So it's this green building and that gate back there. So it's a restaurant and a hostel. Callie went in there to check it out. It sounds like they have rooms tonight, but this is an incredible lake. This is so cool. I don't even remember what it's called. Let's see. They call it Cotopeque. I don't think I'm saying that right. Calm down. This is going to be perfect. Oh my gosh. I think this is gonna work.
I'm ready for bed.
These views definitely do not suck.
Is this more of a death trap than the motorcycles though?
This has a 900-pound limit.
And how did they come up with that number,
and
really?
It's an El Salvadorian 900-pound limit, so whatever that really means.
I want to get there.
But our room is right there. This is really cool.
We just took a quick dip
It's
in the...
It's not a hot tub. It's just lake water. It is refreshing for a couple minutes, and then it's kind of time to get out. We are looking for something to eat. We passed these amazing looking restaurants up on the hill, maybe 1.5 miles or 2 miles up the road, and they're overlooking the lake. It's awesome. However, our motorcycles are locked up behind the gate, and we didn't want to bother them. It seems like there have been some taxis as well as chicken buses that have driven by, which those are the school buses that are all decked out in chrome and lights. We're gonna try to figure out a way to get to one of these restaurants. Callie's all nervous. She's like, I don't know how to do it. Looks like there's a taxi coming by. She just put her hand in the air. We may have our ride already.
¿Estás un taxi? Son restaurantes allá más fuerte en la calle, ¿sabes? ¿Cuánto? Okay, bueno, we can get it.
Sweet.
We don't know how much.
We should have to figure out. Well, we made it through that. I'm not sure how he sees with these windows so incredibly tinted. Makes me a little bit more nervous on the motorcycles, I can tell you that. But this is where we're gonna grab some dinner tonight. Dinner tonight looks like very authentic El Salvadorian food.
We weren't sure we were gonna get anything there.
How long did it take?
Well, I don't think she knew we wanted to eat, and so I had to go over there and ask if they had food, because we kind of were thinking maybe it was just a bar.
We definitely thought this could be a bar. I mean, we sat here for about an hour, and there was only one other person here, so we just weren't sure.
We finally got it cleared up, and we got amazing food.
We are having a little bit more of an issue trying to get back down this hill. We thought these chicken buses would be running, but apparently they stopped running here. A little bit smaller of a town than we just came from, where they run all night long. And it doesn't seem like any taxis are up here either. So Callie's on the phone with someone that they called here from the restaurant, a friend or something. So we're gonna see if we can't get a ride back down. It's probably 3 miles back down, maybe. Well, that was a interesting night. We made it back to the hostel, no problem.
I don't want to be in
I thought maybe, why not?
Because it's inappropriate.
It's not inappropriate, you're wearing shorts. We didn't get murdered. We weren't robbed. All of that was awesome. I think we figured out a plan for tomorrow. So we were considering staying in El Salvador tomorrow night, but we would only go an hour, hour and a half tomorrow to a different lake and stay there. It'd get us within about 3 hours of the border. Right now, we're only about 4 hours from the border. But what we were thinking is that we wouldn't be able to cross the border, get through Honduras and into Nicaragua in a timely manner. But we were like, well, why not just go into Honduras and try to stay there tomorrow night? So that's the plan. There's a hotel that's, I don't even know, maybe 30 or 50 miles across the border. And it seems like it's a pretty decent place online. So our plan, I think, is to hit the border tomorrow, well, sleep in here first, watch the sunrise, drive 4 hours to the border, get across it in maybe a timely manner, and then to this hotel that's in Honduras. And then the next day, go into Nicaragua. Callie is working on organizing herself for the next border crossing in Honduras later today. She's a little freaking out though, because she said she just lost a paperclip and can't find it.
I only have 3 paper clips with us, and I now only have 2.
That's just a bad situation for everyone. But that's still the plan. We're gonna head out and work on getting across the Honduras border and then stay just inside the country. Last night wasn't amazing for how great this place looks. The wind picked up and it was so freaking windy. It kept us up throughout the night. I mean, just everything was making noise out there. I couldn't believe it. Tossing and turning all night. But what a view. I'll take the view. Just not a great night of sleep. So sometimes when we get hungry, we make bad decisions. And this was one of those bad decisions. We're around a bunch of big towns here in El Salvador on our way to the border, and we're seeing a ton of street signs for things like chicken and pizza. We're like, man, we haven't had chicken in forever. We should go down into that town and get some chicken. Well, we went down into that town to get us some chicken, and that town was a clusterfuck. There were cars and people everywhere. We couldn't figure out where to park. But then we found a chicken place and couldn't go inside. It was a drive-through. So we said, screw it, let's get out of town. Well, the entire way into town was downhill, which means the entire way out of town is uphill, which means all the vehicles are moving slow. Which leads us to this. We're gonna go and we're gonna eat something on the side of the highway, which there were plenty of choices. It's gonna be awesome. The view's gonna probably be great. I see labels.
Oh yeah.
I think this is what a pupusa is. A little bit different setting than I imagined when we would eat our first pupusa.
We were desperate.
But it's gonna work just fine.
A pupusa is El Salvador's national dish. It is kind of like a tortilla stuffed with meat and cheese and beans. It's really crispy.
In case you're wondering, that's why we've been trying to get one, because it's a national dish. And yesterday, I don't know, it doesn't seem like a breakfast food. We thought maybe it was a breakfast food just because we couldn't find them, and it was late in the afternoon, and the lady was like, oh, I don't know if anyone has any right now. But this is a place that I think has them 24/7. It's called the Pupuseria.
And we accidentally ordered this.
We have way too much food. We thought that we were ordering, well, I thought we were ordering 3 pupusas total, but we each had 3 pupusas, and then we also had all of that.
I knew we were getting 3 pupusas each, but this, I didn't.
It happens. We are in San Miguel, about an hour from our border crossing. And it's, well, we got here at 1:30, it's about 2 now, and we had to make a decision on if we were gonna try to get across this border today, or if we should wait till tomorrow. And what we decided is that the last one took 3 hours. And so if we don't get there till 2:30 or 3, then that doesn't get us through it until 6. It could also take 5 hours. And so that doesn't get us through until really late. But we said, you know what, instead of fighting all that, getting through, then trying to find a place on the other side in Honduras to stay, we should just get a hotel here, make it there early in the morning. So that is kind of the change of plans that we just had. We haven't found a hotel necessarily quite yet. We are looking here in San Miguel. We're gonna just drive and see what we can find on the main road that's right behind me here. That's the Pan American Highway. Supposedly there are some like comfort inns and that kind of stuff on there, but if we go to the coast, which is just a little bit out of the way, but it's the coast and a little bit prettier, then there's a comfort inn there for just like 70 bucks supposedly. So we're just trying to figure that out now.
Comfort inns are not popular here, but somehow this town has 2 of them.
Who would have known? Oh yeah, it's hot. We didn't see anything that looked too appealing in the last town that we were in, so we are now out on the coast and we're at a comfort inn of all places. Kind of interesting because the town definitely does not look like there should be a comfort inn anywhere near it. But this is gonna work pretty well. And the pool has an awesome ocean view. This is the best view I've personally ever seen from a comfort inn. And the pool temperature is perfect.
It's kind of funny because this is the first like traditional hotel that we've stayed in.
Weird.
It feels super weird, but check out this view. It also, they kind of made it look like in the photos like it was on the beach. It's not, just fine.